G'day all, Ben here from East West. This is going to be part 6 of the series of building a little charting application using Python and tkinter. So let's just jump into the code. So this is where we're up to the last video where we brought in the select start date, select end date widgets. So I think in this video we're just going to build out the toolbar a little bit more and bring in a few more widgets just to give us a bit more functionality here. So let's just jump in and do that. So we will need to change both our function and also obviously the main window. So let's just start with the main window here. So before we do that, what we're going to do here is we can see here in this we've got here style Yahoo. So what I want to do is create a menu that allows the user to select any of the styles that are available with our MPL finance charts. So what we'll do is if we just come down here, I'm just going to put this line of code in here. So mpf.available_styles open close bracket, and if we run that, these are all the styles that are available to us using MPL finance charts. So I just want to give the user the ability to pick any of these styles for their chart. So we'll just clear this away because I will leave that there for now because you might want to leave that there to copy in the code itself. So what we'll do is we'll just move up here to the main window. So remember here, this is where the start date, right here, this is where the start date finishes. So under the start date and the end date, maybe you could change the order around yourself, but this is where I'm going to, for mine, I'm going to insert the styles menu. So I'm just going to create a drop-down menu selecting the chart style. So the same thing again, style label, TTK label. So this is the same way as we've been doing it previously. And we just use that same line of code there for spacing. Now next we want to bring in the actual options that the user can select. So I'm just going to bring in style options equals. So one way you could do this is you could literally just copy all of these because what we're doing here is making a list. Okay, so if we copy and paste that, that will paste them in. But in a word of warning, this puts in everything on one of the lines. So, you know, it's a little bit of a pest, but I would suggest it's probably worth the effort of going through and removing just putting it all on as many single lines as possible, because otherwise your code block will get just too big. So, you know, like the way I've sort of worked it out so it fits nicely within my screen is I've just done it like this. Yeah, so, but just do it any way that suits you. But, you know, just to me, I don't want it spread out too far. But I also don't want to have to scroll across the cell to see the end of the code. I want it all quite visible. So we've done that. We've introduced the style options that are available. So next, we're just going to introduce the default style. So style variable equals tk.string variable. So this is like a string value. So we're just going to put Yahoo. That's going to be our default type. Okay. So we'll just use that. You can change it to whichever you want, but I'm just going to leave it as Yahoo because it just makes it easy. So we're just going to bring in a style menu. So this is going to be a ttk.combo box. So all this means is that, you know, without having to sort of go over it too greatly, this is just the command we use when we've got more than one option. So this will present our text variables, which is going to be style var, and that style var is going to be taken. Sorry, that style var, that will be the default, which we've set above, and the values that are available are going to be the styles options, which we've set up here. So all this does is create a drop-down box with all these options included. That's all it does. And then, of course, the only other thing we've got to do is bring in the pack line of code there to just give it that spacing. And that is it for the main window. But now we just need to make a change in the function window. So this is the same deal, right? So the same way that we gave it a start date and an end date here, we need to now, there's another variable. So this style is set to Yahoo, but we want this style to be set to what we've selected in the drop down menu that we've just created. So to do that, we'll just go directly below this, and we will just say get the desired chart style. So style will equal style_var.get, the same way as we did it up here. We got the entry out of that user input, and we're just going to get the style out of the user input, and that means we'll come down here and style will simply equal style. Okay, so pardon me, except you've got to put the S in there. So that will just take that. Okay, it's as simple as that. That's all we need to do there. Okay, so if we just run all this, so I'll just go kernel restart run all. So now we've got our dates, and here is the chart style. Okay, so here are all the options that we have, and we can choose any of these to fetch our chart. So I'll just fetch a chart that in Yahoo, which is just the default. And so that would just bring up this chart with the Yahoo style. So if I change it to something else, let's change it to Brazil, because that's quite a stark difference. So if we just go ahead and hit fetch chart on this one, you can see now the chart is in the style of Brazil. So that I would not use that, because I would think I would go quite blind. But all these styles are available to the user, so they can choose whichever one they want. So all good, that's done. Let's move on to the next job. So what we're going to do this time is just expand on being able to access all the options available to us in MPF Finance. So what I'm going to do is, we've done our style. Now we can actually change or get the user to select the type of chart we want to display. So within that charting type, there is open, high, low, close charts, candle charts, line charts, Renko charts, and point and figure charts. Okay, so the Renko and the point and figure you may not really be using so much, but certainly open, high, low, close, candle, and line probably handy. So let's put those in, and we do this pretty much the same way as we did the styling options. So let's just go ahead and do that. So just below the style menu, we're going to create a drop-down menu for selecting the chart type. So we're just going to make the label in the same way, and we're going to space the label the same way. We're going to bring in the chart type options, so open, high, low, close, candle, line, Renko, and PNF. And then this next 3 lines is almost carbon copy of these 3 lines. Okay, so we're just doing exactly the same thing. We're just giving it a default chart type. We're creating that drop-down menu that contains the options, and then we're just going to bring in the spacing. So that's all we have to do for the main window. I'll just once again tighten that up so to make it neater. And now all we have to do is go up to the function window, and we've got to do pretty much the same steps as we did here. It's just the only difference is we're going to get the desired chart type, and then we just have to come down here, and here type is set to open, high, low, close. So we just need to change this to chart type. Okay, and that will then just use this, which is just getting the chart type variable that's set by the user, putting it into the arguments for the MPF plot, and that will be created. And that is all we need to do. So let's just run everything and see what we come up with. So we'll just run this. And so now we have this select chart type. So let's do a candle chart instead, and let's just fetch that candle chart. So I'll just hit this, let it load, and there we have it. So we've now got a candlestick chart as opposed to the open, high, low, close chart. And of course we can use any of these functions, like for instance if we went Renko, we now have a Renko chart, as per the MP Finance library that it brings up. So now we've sort of got all that in there. So I think we'll leave it here for this video, and in the next video I think it's just about time to start building in some of the study overlays that we might want to include on our chart. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye for now.